Okay, students, we are going to continue with the laws of exponents. When you divide, you subtract the exponents. This is the guided practice. This is the continuation, okay? So when you submit your notes, make sure you write the title, okay, of what we're doing. So yesterday we completed all the way to number 3. And now we're going to do exercise number 4. So you're going to copy with me. So remember, this is like you attending the lesson. And this is the work that you're going to be doing, okay? I'm going to keep it short because you're going to be taking the notes. I want you to watch the video and I want you to understand what is being explained here. The exercises are going to get more complex as we progress, okay? So this is number 4. Simplify the following. Okay, and then we have negative 12 e to the 15, a to the 10, this is a 10, b to the 5, d to the 7, c to the 13. Everything divided by 6, a to the 7, e to the 12, b to the 3, c to the 10, d. Okay, so if you see this one compared to the ones that we did yesterday, this is longer, okay? And like I said, they're gonna become more complex, okay? All right, so have your highlighters ready. Remember, you have to turn in the notes exactly like I do them. If I write, you write. If I highlight, you highlight, okay? All right, so first of all, we have these two coefficients, okay? And just like I did yesterday, and just like I mentioned yesterday, what if the letters were not there, okay? Then you see this operation. You see the 12, the negative 12 divided by 6. So if we put this in the calculator, so yesterday I didn't make the note, but let's make the note right here. This is what we say happens, that the coefficients take the operation, okay? These are just regular numbers. If the letters were not there, it means that you have to divide, it means that you have to divide negative 12 by 6, okay? So make this note right there. So it means that we're going to get an answer from here and put it right here. So let's see. I can use the phone calculator and I'm going to put negative 12 divided by 6. And the answer is negative 2. So I'm going to put the answer right here. Now let's go with the letters. Remember, we're going to combine the letters with the letters, the same letters with, those are the ones where we do the operation of the laws of exponents. So here I have A, B, C, D, but they're scrambled, okay? They're not in order. So I'm going to begin with letter A. I'm going to begin in alphabetical order. I see that A goes with the A. B goes with the B. C goes with the C. D goes with the D. And E, I'm going to put it in a box, goes with the E, okay? Yesterday, we were doing the subtractions in our heads, okay? So that's what I'm going to do here. So for the A, right here, for the A's, I have 10 and 7. So we're going to subtract. Remember, when you divide, subtract the exponents. So 10 minus 7. 10 minus 7 gives you 3. Then for the B, 5 minus 3. So I'm going to, what is 5 minus 3? 2. Then comes letter C. For letter C, what numbers are we going to subtract? 13 and 10. So 13 minus 10, 3. Then comes letter D. For letter D, we have 7. And over here, what coefficient, what exponent does this D have? It's like having a 1 right here. So we're going to subtract 7 minus 1. It's going to give us 6. And then the letter E, right here, we have 15 minus 12. Do the subtraction and it gives you 3. And this is the answer. Okay? This is the answer right here. All right? That was exercise number 4. Okay, now let's do number 5. We're still on the guided practice, okay guys? This is the paper from the textbook, from the materials that, from the training that I have. Guided practice, over here, here's number 5. We already completed number 4. So I'm going to write down number 5, and the instruction says, simplify. Okay, in this one we have x to the power of 3, y to the 6, times x to the power of 5, y to the 4, everything divided by x to the power of 7, y to the power of 8. Okay, so look at what we have right now. Okay, now we have a multiplication on the top. So if I cover the top, the bottom, what do we have here? We have a multiplication. So here we're going to apply the first law that we covered. When you multiply, you add the exponents. Okay, so let's make this note right here. Let me make this note right here. Write it down. When you multiply, you add the exponents. Okay, so that's what we're going to do here. Okay, all right, so notice how I'm covering the part in the bottom. I'm not going to worry about the part of the bottom yet. I'm going to worry about the part on the top. Okay, so I see the x, so everything here is multiplying, and I have the y's. So just to remember and just to recap the multiplication, let's see. When you multiply, you add the exponents. So you have x to the power of 3 times x to the power of 5. So with the x's, you're going to what? Add the exponents. So you're going to add 3 plus 5. I'm going to put them right here. 3 plus 5 times the y. For the y, you're going to add, they're multiplying. So when you multiply, you add the exponents. So you're going to add 6 plus 4. Okay. All right. Now, I'm just going to write the part on the bottom, because we just have to remember that we still have this right here. Okay, so let's get this simplified. For the x, 3 plus 5, 8. For the y, 6 plus 4, 10. And I'm just going to write what we have in the bottom. X to the power of 7, y to the power of 8. Okay, so look what happened. Here, this is the result of this. Let me make a little mark right here. This is the result of doing this. Okay? All right. So now we're ready to start simplifying the whole division. Okay, we're going to do the same process. X's with the X's, Y's with the Y's. So now I'm going to continue over here. Okay, so for the X, we're going to subtract. Now we have a division. Now we can start the division. When you divide, subtract the exponent. So I'm going to go back to the explanation, to the process, to what happens, okay? You're dividing x to the power of 8 by x to the power of 7. And you got this result, x to the power of 8, after simplifying first the multiplication. So we're going to subtract 8 minus 7. And then for the y, 10 minus 8. Okay, so we have 8 minus 7, it's 1. And for the y, 10 minus 8 gives us 2. Now remember, when you have a power of 1, we don't necessarily have to write it. So this is just like having x, y to the power of 2. And this is your answer. Okay? Let me put it in green. Right here. Okay? All right. That was problem number 5. All right, now let's go with problem number 6. This one is going to be a little bit longer. Number 6. It says simplify. Okay, and this is the problem. 4x to the 5, y to the cube, z to the 8. Everything multiplied by 3, x to the 9, y to the 6, z to the power of 2, everything divided by 2, x to the 10, y to the 5, z to the 6. Okay? All right. Okay, so again, first we have this multiplication on the top. I'm multiplying this polynomial times this polynomial in its exponents. Okay, we can use the exponents. Once we simplify the part on the top, then we can divide by the part in the bottom. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to focus on the part on the top. Okay, on the part on the top. First of all, I see these two coefficients, 4 and 3. What did we say about the coefficients? Coefficients take the operation, because what if the letters were not there? What if the letters were not there? What do you see? 4 times 3, right? So we're going to multiply them. Let me put this mark right here. Multiply. We multiply, and what do we get? 4 times 3 gives us 12. All right, I'm going to put the line right here because we know we have a division. Now let's start simplifying the x's. The y's, and the z's. Okay, so let's begin. When you multiply, so here when you multiply the coefficients, you don't need to use the laws of exponents. It's just numbers, you just multiply them. But what if you have letters, the same letter? When you multiply them, you add the exponent. So it's going to be x to the 5 times x to the 9. So what do we do with the exponents? We add them. 5 plus 9 is going to give us 14. Then for the y, we have 3 and 6. Those are the exponents. When you multiply, you add the exponents. So what are the exponents? 3 and 6. So you're going to add 3 plus 6. So what is 3 plus 6? 6, 7, 8, 9 is 9. Then with the z, when you multiply, you add the exponents. Same letter, same base. You add the exponents. You add 8 plus 2. So 8 plus 2 is 10. Okay? All right. Now I can write the part that we have in the bottom. Is 2, x to the 10, y to the 5, z to the 6. Okay? All right. Now, we have these two coefficients right here. And if I cover this, remember what I said. The coefficients take the operation. So I see that the 12 is dividing the 2. If the letters were not there, that is what you see. 12 divided by 2. And you simplify that, and what do you get? 12 divided by 2 gives you 6. And now let's work with the letters and start simplifying. Now we have a division. When you divide, subtract the exponents. Okay. So, for the x's, now is the division. When you divide, subtract the exponents. So you're going to subtract 14 minus 10 is going to give us 4. For the y, 9 minus 5, 4. For the z, 10 minus 6, 4. And this is it. This is your answer. Okay? All right. This is the second part of the guided practice. And we're going to stop there because problems 7 and 8 are going to take us longer time. Okay? It's going to take us longer. So for today, that's it. It's only these 3 exercises. Okay? These 3 guided exercises. So as you watch the video, you took the notes, put the notes, and you take the photo of your notes and you send them. Okay? It's like you attending the class. All right? So this is our class for today. Only 3 exercises. That's it. And also don't forget to submit your bell ringer. Okay? All right. So I'm going to stop the video right here. And Thursday, we're going to do problems 7 and 8. You're going to see how these require more skills because we have to be more careful, okay? But for now, this is it. This is our lesson and our work for today, all right? Thank you. Bye.